Today, we are going to learn how to use the AVERAGEIFS function. I've got my data in blue here, and it's super simple. I've got a list of drinks and then a corresponding quantity with each. And what I want to find out is what the average quantity of each type of drink is. What I've done over here in the yellow area is just type out each drink name one time to keep my data organized. To start, I'm going to double click into the cell next to the top drink, which is orange. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to type equals AVERAGEIFS with an open parentheses. Once I do that, Excel starts to prompt me with what it needs. The first thing that it asks for is the average range. And what this means is, what is the data that you want Excel to calculate the average from? In this example, we want to know what the average quantity is. So I'm just going to go ahead and make my life easier and click on column D. This is going to highlight the entire column and all of the quantities, so I know I'm good to go. Once that's highlighted, I can type comma, and it moves me on to the next section, which is the criteria range. So the criteria range and criteria are two different things. Criteria range is where is the area that Excel is going to look for the criteria in. So in this example, we know that the criteria is the type of drink, the drink name. But where it's going to look for that is in column C. So similar to before, instead of highlighting the entire area, I can just click on the C above item description and it's going to highlight the entire column super quick. From here, I can click comma, and then the last thing Excel asks for is the criteria. Now when specifying your criteria, you've got a couple options. I could go ahead and make quotations, and I could type out orange drink, because I know that that's what Excel is going to look for. I could close the parentheses, click enter, and it looks like Excel gives me the number. Now this technically works fine, but it's not the most efficient way to handle this. Because using this method, I'm going to need to type out the item description for each type of drink that I have. What I could do, instead of putting the name in quotations, is I could just click on the drink description over here. So in this example, I'm just going to click on F2 because that says orange drink. I'm going to close the parentheses the same as before, and I'm going to click enter. You can see that the same total appeared, but the advantage now is I can drag down my formula and all of the proper averages appear. The reason that this is working is because if I click the top one here next to orange drink, you can see that the criteria that it's looking for is in F2, which we know is where the orange drink appears. I'm going to click below, and when I drag down the formula, it dragged down the item description as well. So instead of saying F2 now that it's looking for F3. Of course, by milk, it's looking for F4. By hot chocolate, it's looking for F5, and so on. So this is a really efficient way to have Excel look for different descriptions. Now what we've accomplished so far is actually just the AVERAGEIF function. But if you remember, we typed out AVERAGEIFS. So if I had an example where I had more than just one criteria, meaning maybe I had a shift that the drink was sold, I can go to the end of my formula, type comma, and you can see that Excel is now asking me for criteria range 2, and then criteria 2, and so on. So if I had an example like I just stated, I could go ahead and I could click on the area where the shift appears, comma, and then specify what shift I want the function to distinguish from. But in my example here, I really only have one parameter that I wanted to look for, so I can just click enter and leave it as is. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give the video a like and then click on subscribe if you haven't already. I'm a new channel, and honestly, it really helps me out. The AVERAGEIFS function is super helpful. If you're looking for more math tricks to make your life easier, make sure to check out the video here. Thanks again for watching.